everyone, welcome to Ballet Barre for the second week running. I'm calling it a basic ballet bar, but you do need to know your ballet terminology, and it's reasonably strenuous, but 5 exercises followed by a nice stretch at the end. So let's get going with our plies. So just make sure you've got plenty of space to move your legs, swing your legs back and forth, not so much for the plies, and I'm using a chair. I'm just going to swap the chair from one side to the other so that I can stay facing you and hopefully you can see what I'm up to. So we're going to start with our plies. In first position, we've got a demi-plie, followed by a broken down demi-plie, raise the heels, rise and lower, followed by 2 full plies. All the way, and then maybe a reverse arm up to the top, followed by a beautiful forwards port de bras, arm coming back up and over, maybe a little back bend and an extension to second, and I just realised there's a bit of a to my plan. I'm just going to move this across a little bit, otherwise it's going to annoy me. I've got a mat underneath my chair so it doesn't wobble too much. Let's move that back a little bit. So we were in second, yes. So same thing in second. Demi-plie, broken down, rise, followed by full plie twice. Port de bras over to the bar, away from the bar. No rises on anything, I don't think today. No, and then we're going to fourth crossed. Demi-plie, broken down, rise, full plie twice, upper body circular port de bras, closing in fifth, demi-plie, broken down, rise and plie, full plie twice in fifth, and then a great big circular port de bras all the way around, finishing with a rise and a hold in fifth with the arms in fifth. Okay, I'm just going to have my music playing quite low in the background. It's more to keep time. Here we go. And demi, and straighten, and broken down, rise, full plie. Reverse the arms for another full plie. Forwards port de bras. And second. Demi. And plie, rise, straighten, lower, full. Make sure you've got those knees going out over the toes. Lift the arm. Up and over towards the bar. And the other way, and fourth cross, demi. And demi, raise the heels lower, full plie. And reverse. Keep those hips nice and square to your front. Upper body circular port de bras. Make sure you're breathing, fifth, demi. And demi, raise the heels, straighten and lower, full plie. And another one. Full circular port de bras all the way round. We're going back and coming out and drawing those feet in for a nice balance. In fifth, holding that position there, lengthening through the spine, wonderful, and lowering. Well done. Let's swap that to the other side. I'm going to turn the music up a tiny bit, I think. It's possibly a little bit too quiet. So, first position, there we go. And lifting the rib cage off of the hips, demi. Demi, raise the heels and lower, full plie. Push those heels down, make sure you go through your demi-plie every time. And full port de bras. Arms up and back and second demi. Demi raise and straighten. Full plie. Looking for that symmetry, both legs bending equally. Make sure you're breathing nice and evenly. I mean, just don't hold your breath. And fourth cross demi. And demi, raise the heels, straighten, lower seamlessly into your full plie. My chair's getting in the way. And lift. Time to invest in a nice ballet bar at home, I think. Circular port de bras all the way around. And fifth. Bend, raise the heels, straighten. Really don't worry too much about your arms, just go with the flow. Whatever feels natural. And that full circular port de bras all the way around. Breathe, let that upper body go. And draw those legs in. Arms up in fifth this time, holding that there. Legs are together. Squeezing the tops of the thighs and lowering with control. Great. Okay, well done. We are going into our Tendu and Glisse. So a little combination fairly similar to last week. Put this back over here. So we have 2 devant. The second one is closing on a demi-plie. So 2 devant. Yes, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Devant again, so this is all, it's all in contact with the floor, so our 10. So let's do that again, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Point devant 5. Ronds de Jambe round to the back 6. Take 2 counts to close behind 7 and 8. Repeat at the back. So we've got point, close, straight legs, 1, 2. Point, close on a demi-plie, 3, 4. 5 is pointing behind. 6 is circling round to the front, 7, 8 closing in front. Then we've got same thing to second, the first 4 counts to second. 1, close behind, 2, 3, close on a demi-plie, 4. Then we've got hold in fifth, second closing plie, yes. And 5 and 6 and 7 close 8 in first. So that's a tomlie. From there, we've got front the working leg that we have been using all the time, and it's the same as we did last week. I'm just keeping my hand on my hip at the side. So we've got devant, back to first on a demi-plie, 1, 2, to the back 3, 4, to second 5, 6 in demi-plie, lift into retire, 7, close behind 8, and then we're actually going to reverse everything, but on layer, so a glisse. So we're starting at the back, same as we started at the front at the very beginning. So we've got 1, 2 straight legs, 3, close on plie, 4, 5 on there in the air. So and just bring it round, Ronds de Jambe round, 6 to the front, close slowly, 7, 8. Repeat to the front. 1, 2 straight legs, 3, 4 in front, 5, carry around 6, close 7, close 8 to second, 1, nope, straight legs, sorry I keep doing that, 2, 3, 4, the tomlie, and 5, and 6, and 7, close 8, so 2 counts to close each time. Then we've got to the back first, this is on layer, 1, 2, inside leg 3, 4, second 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're going to hold on a flat foot. Got that? So devant, close plie, devant, carry around, 2 counts to close, repeat to the back, close plie, behind, circle it round, close to the front. Same thing to second, first half to second, and then you've got your tournier, extend, so the first time it's on the floor, plie, transfer, come back, close in first. On the floor, the first set round, from first, back to first, demi-plie, inside leg, demi-plie to second, demi-plie, lift into retire, close behind to reverse everything, and everything is on there. Okay, here we go. And 7, 8. It's reasonably slow. 1, straight legs, 2. And now your demi. Devant, circle it round, 2 counts to close. Repeat to the back. Straight legs. And now on a plie, 5, circle it round, close, 7, we're going to second. Straight legs and plie. The next one, tournier, and 6 and 7, first to the front, and plie to the back, and plie, second, and plie, retire, close behind, and to the back. This is all on l'air now, so glisse. 5, carry around 6, close 7, devant, and 1. Straight legs, 2, and plie, and 5, semicircle round, closing for 2 to second, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, closing first on l'air, and 2, and to the back, 3, there, and plie, and lift, fits perfectly with the music, and close. Maybe the second time around we should have gone to the back from first, but don't worry too much, you can do that absolutely if you would like to. Let's swap chair around to the other side. Okay, here we go. From 5th, 7, 8, and 1, straight legs. Next one is your plie, and devant, carry it round, take 2 counts to close, to the back, straight legs, and now plie to the back, semicircle round, and take 2 counts to close. Second, 1, straight legs, and out, and plie, gotta get a little bit of a shifty on here from first. 1, and plie, inside leg, 2, and plie, third one, and then lift to retire, close behind, we're all on l'air, and 2, now closing on a plie. Keep it quite low, lift out of those hips, take 2 counts to close, and point, and straight legs, and lift, plie, point, semicircle round, and close, behind to second, 1, straight, and 2 now with plie, and 3, ba-da, ba-da, closing first, let's take it to the back this time, and there, inside leg, 3, and 4, and second, and plie, lift to retire, and hold a nice flat foot, but really working that turn out. Good job, and opening out, lovely. Great. We have got Ronds de Jambe. Coming back to this side. So we've got 1 in 8 counts, 2 in 4 counts, 4 in 2 counts, 3 Battement en cloche with a plie, 4 times, and then some Ronds de Jambe of the lift through retire. So from first, taking the arm out to second. 8 counts basically is 2 counts for each quarter, so 2 counts to the back, 2 counts through first, 2 counts forwards, 2 counts to second. So one of those, 2 lots of 4 counts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 lots of 2 counts, and a 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. Then we're carrying on in the same direction, take the leg to the back. We've got swish through straight legs, 3 times on cloche. 1, 2, 3. Once you've done that third one, you're going to plie on the end, just to fill out the music. It's a really nice waltz, so I'm going to put this hand on my hip. And then we're repeating 3 more times. Straight legs for the cloche, keep it nice and low, and plie, and swish. Second time round, you could get a little bit higher if you like, 3 and plie. Fourth one, and we are to the back, finishing to the back on our plie. I'm going to place that leg down behind. I'm going to take a beautiful big sweep all the way around to the front. Port de bras over that leg, maybe a little backwards. 1, I'm going to lift that leg, carry it through retire, développé behind and lower, lift it up, carry it through, I think, maybe. Have I got 2 of those or just 1? Lift through retire, développé in plie, front and reverse to finish behind. Yes, so we're going to the back and then we're coming round. You'll hopefully hear it in the music with me. Hopefully I will hear it in the music. And then we're going to reverse everything. So we're going on de don. So the whole, originally we're going outwards, on dehors, then we're coming on de don. So inwards, 1 in 8 counts, 2 in 4 counts, 4 in 2 counts. Then we've got our battement en cloche coming forwards to the front first. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Carry it, take it down to the floor, sweep it all the way around. This time take the leg back. So we've got our port de bras over that front leg, back a little bit, lifting up through retire, lift up through, and we'll this time finish on a demi, on a rise. Yeah, good, here we go. Six, 7, 8, a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, painfully slow. 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4 in 2 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7, 8, and cloche. 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So I reverse that bit quickly. 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 2, 3, 4, and 2. Counts. 3, and third one, and fourth one, and on cloche. 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Place it down, sweep it round, and I'm going to slightly angle, take the leg back over the thigh, and up, and back, and lift, and sweep it through, and lower, and lift, and hold, and hold. This time we're on a rise. Staying there, lowering with control if you can. Okay. And closing. Brilliant. I think I missed a little bit off there, but maybe we'll try it on the other second side. 3 en cloche, round to front, port de bras over leg, reverse and port de bras with leg behind. Round to front, port de bras, reverse and port de bras with leg behind, lift the return and développé in plie front and reverse to finish behind. Okay, I think I'm supposed to do the port de bras both ways, both times. Maybe. I think we've got enough music for that. Let's maybe try that this time. Here we go. 7 and 8. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and to the back, swish, plie, and 2, 2, and plie, and a swish, 2, 3, 4, one more please, back, 2, 3, 4, place it down, sweep it round over that leg, and we'll go up and back, and we're plieing, sweep it round to the back, let's go over the front leg, and a little bit back, and lift through, and développé, and développé, and there we go. Okay, 2 counts, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 counts, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, twos, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're swishing for cloche, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, try and melt into that plie, last one, 2, ba, ya, da, and place down, sweep it round, I'm going over my leg this way, all the way up and back, and we're here, and sweep it round to the front, put a bra over that leg, it's a nice straight standing leg, little back bend, lift through, and I'm running out of space today, and we're here, and lifting, and up on retire, and holding, 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 and lowering that heel with control if you can, keeping that centre opening out his arms. Good job. Whew. Yeah, a bit quicker once we've got that other bit going. Okay, let's put the bar back this side. So we've got our fondu. Getting through this nice and quickly today, fondu. So we've got fondu artère. So prepare second. We've got flexing the foot and then extending, and we're going to take that en croix. Flex and extend, flex and extend, flex and extend. And then we've got flex and point, beat front to the back, beat to the back, and beat back front and to the front. Same thing to second, second and out, beat back front and second, and then lift for single, single, double and lower, and then we will take a, keeping the foot pointed if you can, we're going to bend, we're going to take it en croix again, but we're going to straighten the leg and rise each time. This is tough, tough on the ankle, tough on the balance. So you're trying to go through that nice straight leg just before you get to your last position, which is here. We're going to hold that with the leg out to the side, which is strong work. So that last one will be a little bit slower. So en croix artère, with the beating, and single, single, double on l'air, and then taking the leg on there with the rise in between as well. It is all going on. You can add any arms you like. I'm probably going to stay with my arms in second for the beginning. In fact, for this I'm going to keep my arms below. And there. Flex and point. Flex. Extend. Flex. Now into the bend. And here. Beat. Front, back. Extend. To the back. And back, front. Extend. To second. Bend. Out, back, front, and lift, and lift, lift, and a double, and lower, and bend, and bend. These are quite quick. Holding it here, if you can, push that heel forwards, elbows on top. Lowering with control, maybe lifting that leg into a tire, closing, great job. That was quite a quick one today, brilliant. Let's go to the other side. So try and make those, when you've got your foot pointed all the way through and you're coming through that rise each time, try and make that as smooth as possible. It's really difficult, I find this really difficult. But it's a good one to do. Here we go. Just a low arm flex and point. Foot is going to the floor each time. Bend, extend, bend, bend. And forwards, beat, front, back to the back, and into the back, beat, back, front to the front, second, beat, and there, and beat, back, front, and second, and single, single, double, lower, bend, up, and there, and extend. There, holding, and lower, good job. Okay, great. Let's take some Grand Battement. Grand Battement and some stretches, and then maybe a little bar, just an adage that I might just throw together. Let's see how we go. So Grand Battement to get those legs nice and stretched out. So quite a slow track. I'm just going to have to move my chair forwards a little bit so you won't see my feet. So make sure you've got enough room to kick your legs out behind you. Well, all directions basically, front, side and back. We're going to go just a tendu. So if I'm back here, so that foot is staying on the floor for the first one. So we've got one, medium, higher with a nice flexed foot, and then all the way up to the top, bring it into retire, close in front. Tendu second, regular, maybe a sort of medium height, all the way to the top, flexed foot all the way down, and then a pointed foot, draw it into retire and close behind. Depending on your amount of your space, just shift in towards the bar if you need to, you're in towards your chair. On the floor, close, medium, flexed foot, all the way, draw it in and close in, close wherever in front. If you like. Then let's take some Battement en cloche, keeping the legs nice and straight to start with, and then bend the leg and just get that hip loosened up a little bit. Here we go. The cloche will be a little bit slow. The rest of it is a steady Steady pace, steady but strong, shall we say. Here we go. And point, close, and next one. Flex foot, and point. Draw into second on the floor, close. Use the floor, and flex. And point into retiro, and keep it on the floor. Lift. Flex that foot, and into retiro one more to second. Lifting, flex, and draw in retiro and the cloche. 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, and there's bend. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's hold that leg to the back. Let's come up onto a retiro. Holding those arms up nice and high if you can, onto a demi-point I mean, not a retiro, got my words all running away today. And then, if you can, keep that leg nice and lifted, up at the back. Take your hand down your chair. Can you extend that leg out behind you? Extend the same arm forwards, relax the neck, that leg up at the back, really strong stretch on those hamstrings. Come up nice and high. And closing. Good job. All on the other side. Let's get this chair nice and forwards. Seven, 8. And on the floor. Close. Medium. Hand close, flexed foot, hand close, root to retiro and second, and out, and flex foot, and draw it in, and to the back, keep it on the floor, and flex, and draw it in, second, last one, close, all the way, flex, and draw it in for your cloche. 2, 3, 4. Try and keep that back fairly upright, loosen up those hips, standing leg is nice and straight. And lifting that leg at the back, so you want that knee nice and high. Pitch forwards, hinge over your hips. So your standing leg should be getting a really nice stretch. Reach that same arm forwards as that leg. As you extend that leg out at the back, relax the neck, tuck the chin in, lengthen away. And breathe. Breathe, 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 breathe. And coming up. Arabesque. Close those position. Brilliant. Good job. I'm just going to have a little wipe of the face. Well done. Great. Let's just stretch those hips out, mainly piriformis. I'm going to go over to my lovely window ledge, which is absolutely my my best height for this sort of stretch. You could use the chair, you could use a bar if you've got one, you could use the kitchen worktop. Basically you're square on. I'm stretching my tighter side on my hips first. Square on, leg is turned out, foot is relaxed, both legs are turned out actually, and that heel is in line with my centre. And then from there I'm just going to pitch forwards a little bit, trying to hinge from my hips. I'm not sticking my bottom out, trying not to round my back. So I'm getting a good stretch already. And then coming upright again, I'm going to rotate my shoulders towards this knee and again reach over, hinge from my hips and reach towards that leg, which will make it a stronger stretch. And if you can, just move around a little bit within it. Great, and then coming up. Try the other side. So up really nice and tall. That leg is bent, turned out, both legs are equally turned out. The heel is in line with your centre, and then just pitch forwards. You should feel a strong stretch on the outside thigh and hip of the leg that's in front. And then I'm going to turn my shoulders towards that knee and reach over. If you've got something you can just hang on to just to help increase that pressure, perfect. And breathing, most importantly. Wonderful, coming back to the centre, relax. Great, let's just take, I'm going to use my chair, I'm going to turn my chair the other way around and just have it nice and low and do the same sort of thing, but just working the leg and turn out in the hip socket. So standing in first position facing your chair if you can, or you could work on a level like that. That's going to be, because my bay window is curved, it's not really working for me, so I want a nice flat shape here. So again, I'm going to go back to my tighter side on my hips first. I'm going to draw the leg up into a tire, facing square onto the surface that you're going to put that leg on, lifting that knee, extending it. So this is quite low, should be relatively easy hopefully, but don't worry if it's not, that's absolutely fine. We're just trying to work out the turnout, keeping the back nice and upright. Opening the arms out to second, bringing them up to fifth, keeping that leg straight, keeping it turned out, and we're folding over that leg with a nice flat back. You should be getting a pretty good stretch on your hamstrings on that leg. And breathing. If you can, maybe relax upper body, take that head towards the knee, and breathe. So if you're super flexible, and you've got a bar or something, your leg could be up nice and high, and you're just folding your body over the leg. For me, this is enough today. From here, I'm going to turn away from this leg. So you're going to be facing away from me potentially, but whichever leg you've got on the chair or on the bar, turn away from it so that that leg is now in second. So square your hips up to your new space, your new front in the room. Take the opposite arm up and you're going to lean over towards that leg, taking a lovely side bend. And breathe. Try and make sure you're not twisting with your shoulders. So the underneath shoulder, the one that's closest to the leg, that will probably pull back a little bit. Make sure you're pushing it forwards so that you're really getting a stretch down the side seam of your torso. If you can, come upright, arms are in second. I'm going to take the same arm as the leg that's out to the side, up, the other arm is down, and then I'm going to lean away. This is much tougher on the balance, lengthening away. Again, I'm aiming to lift and lengthen down that side seam. I'm now going to turn away from that leg completely. So now the leg is behind me. This is where you don't want your leg to be too high up, and this is where this is like a perfect shape for me, or perfect height for me. I'm just going to go a little bit more over here so that you can see. And again, just move yourself around. In fact, I might just move the chair completely and go there. Yeah. So ideally, if you can leave the leg there, but maybe another time once you've worked out what this is all about. So now we're in our arabesque position. Legs are turned out, hips and shoulders are square to the new front, which happens to be here. And again, this is enough of a challenge for me. I'm not the most supple and flexible of dancers, strong but not overly flexible. So this is a good position for me. Find where you need to be, and then let's just finish this off if you can. And if you've got your leg quite low like I have, try and lift that leg. Hold that position. Challenge yourself a little bit more. That is really quite tough. And then I'm going to lift into a tire, back to a nice comfortable position, and then close. Wonderful. I'm going to keep my chair this way, I think. Maybe that will help. Sorry. So first position, all on the other side. Drawing the leg up, bringing the arms forwards, opening out. So just taking that développé forwards. Everything is nice and square onto the chair, square onto your leg. Arms are up in fifth, and then you are trying to take a flat back, lengthening forwards. And then I'm just going to reach my hands down. So I'm tweaking it a little bit here. This is my tighter side on my hamstrings. The advantage of using a chair is the seat of the chair is quite padded, so that's giving me a little bit more give, which is nice. And then coming up, right, leave the leg where it is, pivot on your standing leg, turn the legs out in the hip socket so that you're now square to your new front. Again, if I go back, ideally I've left the leg where it was, as in that leg, and I've pivoted on the ball of my foot rather than the heel, all the way to the side. Arms out in second, opposite arm up, and then we're reaching over. Now this will feel nice if you've got that leg up a little bit higher. I'm getting a stretch on my side, but it's not as beautiful as if I had the leg up. I actually quite like doing this one on my kitchen worktop, but I wouldn't be able to do the next one on my kitchen worktop, which is why I've chosen the chair today. So we're there, great, and then coming up, breathing. Let's take that same arm up, and now this is a bit of a balance as well, lengthening away. Keeping those shoulders and hips square, not holding it too much. Again, pivoting on the ball of the foot. Keep the leg on the chair or the surface where it is if you can. Try not to be too distorted in this position. This is a tough position. Hips and shoulders are square. Bringing the same arm forward as the leg that's at the back. Working that arabesque position. Standing leg is nicely turned out. And then if you can, just lifting that leg, just ease it off an inch, half an inch off of the chair. Make sure you're holding it for yourself. You're holding all those muscles in the correct position, and then bending that knee in, coming into your beautiful retire so that you're sideways on. Not a very attractive picture from your angle. I'm going to face square to you, closing that foot down, hand. We are there. Okay, legs a bit of a shake. Always for me, I need to stretch my calves. Hands on the wall, taking the legs back. Make sure that back foot is nice and square. So what I mean is that by that is no turnout. Keep your heel behind your toes in a wonderful straight line. Swap legs. So I've brought my hips forward, so I'm in a straight line from the top of my head back through to that back heel. Going back to the first leg, same position, and then I'm just going to soften the knee, and it will really give you a good stretch at your Achilles tendon. Feel the difference between leg straight and leg slightly bent. You don't change anything else. Just eases and stretches out that Achilles. Swap to the other leg, soften the knee. And it also stretches the two different halves of your calf muscle, your bigger calf muscle and your smaller calf muscle. Tendons are not very naturally, not very stretchy, they're too fibrous. So that can be a real area of weakness, especially if you're like me and you've got quite short Achilles anyway. And we've done a whole lot of work there today, rising up and lowering. Well done, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope to see you next week, maybe for the same sort of thing again. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this or something slightly different, but please feel free to give me some feedback on YouTube or whatever, and I will hope to see you soon. Thank you very much.